Okay, first question. Tell us about yourself and why you think you would be a good fit for our organization. I'm pretty personable and I have the ability to communicate pretty well with people from diverse backgrounds. Um, Plus, I've started careers from the bottom and have been able to develop and polish my skills quite a lot professionally. So I think that I would be a good addition to your team. Tell us about a time that you and your supervisor disagreed at work and what was the outcome. Um, I was working for a pest control company and I had moved up to commercial business manager from being a pest control technician. And there was a big job for a rat exclusion and eradication. And my manager for the branch, with his experience, thought that our smaller branch here locally would not benefit, even though the money was really good. I disagreed. So we did get our supervisor, um, who actually runs the day-to-day management of the different technicians, and we were able to sit down and communicate about what we were capable of doing. And so it ended up working out that we could take this $25,000 job, um, and that we had enough technicians, and that we would utilize a camera to see about where these rats were coming from. And cameras aren't something that our company really used too often. And it ended up working out pretty well, but definitely my manager did not like the idea of that just because of his own experiences. And me being relatively new to that, I really did take a lot of time listening as to why he thought that it was not a good fit for our smaller branch compared to like our larger San Diego branches. Um, what would you say are some of your weaknesses? Um, I get I get pretty impatient when being late. So whether that's like a due date or projects not being completed in time, I get really uncomfortable. So, um, and so like I need the work to be completed on time, and so I've learned how to manage that time, whether putting in extra time ahead of time. Or extra work ahead of time so that if anything comes up that there is something there. So yeah, I just get really uncomfortable when timelines are not being met. So I have learned how um, to kind of manage that just in case scenarios. Like simple, even just showing up for work, I like to leave 10 minutes earlier than is required, because what if the light is out and it's backed up, or what if there's a car accident or whatever. So it's just from experience from thinking you're going to be on time. So um, tell us about some of your strengths. I'm pretty flexible, um, pretty easygoing with, if somebody wants to change something, or different types of personalities. And I'm also um, pretty honest and have no problems like letting my boss or anyone know if I need help understanding something. So um, yeah, I'm pretty honest and flexible. So that would be, I would think, my best strengths. You have a junior employee come to you to complain that he is being sexually harassed by some of the other employees at work. What do you do? Um, I would definitely follow any kind of the company protocol to a T. I would offer any kind of support, even on more of a personal level or a professional level that they might need, and take it very seriously. Um, I would say 9 out of the 10 jobs that I worked for, as long as they were not the restaurant industry, took sexual harassment very seriously, and it would usually result in termination for those employees, especially depending on the severity of the situation. So there's so many zero tolerance policies now that I would definitely follow that protocol, because that's something that you have to take seriously and support your employees. Um, Diversity is very important to our business. Describe how you would support diversity in the workplace. I would try to be aware of unconscious biases that happen, whether it's with customers or coworkers or anything like that. And by communicating effectively, um, to try to understand these biases and how they come out and being open to hearing that, like having an open mind, to hear, um, you know, if someone or there's something in the company or within people that these biases come out, and just being open to understanding that's not something you have to be defensive about. And so having that clear, open communication with an open mind to understand how different people can be affected within a work company, and also like acknowledging any kind of cultural holidays, um, different cultures, making sure that those holidays are recognized and acknowledged, um, I think would be important. Let's see. This position is only available in Groton, Connecticut. Would you be willing to relocate? And if so, how long would it take? Um, in reality, I would not be able to relocate. I have a child here that I split custody with his dad, and unfortunately, it would not be an option for me to relocate my son across the country away from his father. Um, so, but if I could, I would love it. It would take me maybe 6 weeks total, a 2 week notice at my current job. Also, any kind of relocation, monies allotted would be a huge factor for me if I would be willing to have my son not been an issue. Um, and I know a cross country trip like that would probably take about 6 days, if you were taking it kind of slow and easy, with a big moving thing behind you. So yeah, I would not be able to relocate for a position in Connecticut, even though I would love to. Um, let's see. Where do you see yourself in 1 year with with our organization? Um, I mean, in 1 year, first and foremost, I would definitely want to master the day-to-day skills in that position first and foremost. Like that's all I would really hope to have done in that first year. Um, it This position kind of looks like it's going to be a lot of learning opportunities, um, especially for someone who's relatively new in this career. So I would just like to fully master the day-to-day responsibilities and job skills, and get those experiences and learning in place first and foremost.